Welcome back. I'm Calvin, Statue Fanatic, here with another review. And this is a segment that I'm going to try to do once a week, and I'm going to call it Retro Reviews. And the reason why I'm calling it Retro Review is because over the years, I've shared with the community, I've been collecting for a long time, got some really old pieces and things like that. And even before YouTube became such a big phenomenon when it comes to the community and us doing reviews and things like that, a lot of these never got any love on YouTube. And I was surprised to know, like I posted one, if you guys check out the review of the Ghost Rider, for example, the Old West Ghost Rider. And a number of collectors that reached out to me and said that they had never seen that before. So that's what I'm going to do here. It's called Retro Reviews, and I'm going to kick it off with this piece here. It's not too terribly old. It came out in 2013. This is a very, very famous scene from the Hush comic, from the graphic novel. We've seen posters of it. Some call it tongue lashing, different things like that. And of course, like I said, it's from Hush. This is the box that it came in. It was released back in 2013, I think it was. I got it like as soon as it came out. So it's been out for about 6 or 7 years or so. So not completely retro, but it's a statue that you don't hear a lot about. But it has over the years gone up in value significantly. I know now online a lot of people are asking upwards of $1,000 for this statue. In fact, I've seen some sales of it over the year or so go for as much as the new Prime 1 Batman Hush statue. How about that? But this is the box, and on the back of it, some of the other figures that were coming out at the same time. This figure is right just under 12 inches tall. So I'll put the box away, and we'll talk a little bit about the figure here. Let me do it once around so you can actually see what it looks like here. You probably saw the intro that had some video of it. But you have the Dark Knight here. This is based on artwork from Jim Lee and from Hush, like I said. And this famous rooftop scene where they're kissing, and I think this is done really, really well. In fact, let me take a look. I don't remember right offhand, but the sculptor is Tim Bruckner, is the sculptor of this piece. Did a fantastic job. And we'll try to talk about each of the elements, each character, and then the sculpt, the paint, and all that type of stuff of it. But overall presentation, man, it's just a really great reproduction of that particular comic scene from the rooftop. So as far as Catwoman is concerned, she looks amazing in this picture. I mean, just the entire body is sculpted extremely well. Looks absolutely stunning. And all the way from the mask that she's wearing, it looks just fantastic as I look around here, The booty, everything just sculpted really well. And when you go over to Batman, the same thing, man. The sculpt and the detail on this cape is just phenomenal. The flow to it is great. If you read the comic, and now that the movie is out, the animated movie, if you read the comic, I mean, this has such movement to it. You can just feel the ambiance that was that night when they were on top of the roof. And so the sculptor did a really great job sculpting Batman as well. Even down to the gargoyle, if that's what that is, I'm not sure. But the rooftop here, a lot of detail sculpting in this concrete type presentation of that. The smoke that's rising up from here, the mist that's rising up, these actually pop off. This is a magnet that snaps the cloud or the smoke here into the base. And there's just tons of texture in the base. Another really cool thing about the base is there's an homage to poison ivy as well. You can see the vines, and it's got the brown vine and the green leaves growing around here as well, as if they're creeping toward Batman. So those of you who know the story know that Batman, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy are 3 central characters to that story. And as we turn it around, you can continue to see that it just looks really great. And for example, some things that you can check out, like the belt or this thing around the whip, I guess it is, that's around her waist. Lots of sculpt and detail in that. And then the kiss itself, man, is just really fantastic. They've got the scene right before they actually lock lips here. You can see the space between them, and you can see the intensity of this particular scene. There's been some debate about that particular story and what it really was about. I personally thought it was a love story. Other people have different ideas about what that story was. One other thing about this that is just really incredible, and it is the paint job on here. It just a phenomenal job done. There is literally, I couldn't find really any errors, anything. Everything from her lipstick, the way that that's painted onto her eyebrows, to The way that the silver is painted on the face mask that she has. The same thing with Batman and his utility belt, the buckles on their shoes. Everything is painted so well. It's just really awesome. Like I said, this was done a number of years ago, and seeing this paint job, man, I mean, this is just flawless in my opinion. This is it. This is my first retro review, and as you've seen some of the pictures, some of the close-ups, this is a beautiful piece. Batman, Catwoman, DC collectors. I know one collector that I know has this, Cass has this statue. But it's definitely a joy to own. Remember, my friends, always collect what you like, not the hype. So until next time, peace.